And now I get the pleasure of introducing our Masters of Ceremonies who will guide us through our incredible program tonight. Catherine Romero is no stranger to anyone in this room. She is literally the reason why we're here. She helped a lot of you guys enroll in the college to begin with. As our first student service representative, Catherine was responsible to recruit, prepare, and support all of you throughout your educational journey at TTC College. Catherine was hired by Dr. Golden because of her bubbly personality, organizational skills, which are top of the notch, and her heart for the students. Although she has been promoted to the Data and Research Department at Organic Treatment Center, she will always have a home at TTC College. We would not be here without her due diligence. Put your hands together and welcome our MC for the night.
Wow, thank you so much, Belen. That was such a great introduction. Oh, wow. Okay, masks and earrings. Anyone else? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's just coming out. Wardrobe failure. Oh, wow. Okay. On that note, welcome everyone to the Cohort 2 graduation. I am so honored to be here standing before you tonight as your Master of Ceremony because, like Belen so eloquently stated, I helped so many of you get registered, enroll, and anything and everything in between. And although I left after a few months of you guys starting your cohort, I feel so connected to each and every one of you, and it just makes me feel so good to see all of you coming across the stage today. And something I do want to note is that it looks like the majority of you are coming from the Antelope Valley today. And I just want to give props to Antelope Valley and to all the other sites for Tarzana treatment centers. So, and I know that so many of you, based on your student interviews, juggled your home life on top of working full time, on top of this internship, and there's family and friends and all of these challenges, and you did it. You are here standing before us today. Those 6 months, like I mentioned in the student interview, you hustle for 6 months and you get that diploma, and here you are today. So thank you all for being here today. And I would like to change to a video that we have prepared for you guys this evening, and it'll have representatives of the college just saying some nice words for you.
Congratulations, Cohort 2, you did it. You know it's been a long road. Thank you so much for all of your hard work and your patience with us. It was so great seeing you flourish throughout these 6 months. So happy to be part of your journey. Can't wait to see where you all go from here. Again, congratulations.
Congratulations, Cohort 2, you did it. You are a graduate. All your hard work, all your time spent, student symposiums, essays, discussion posts, you made it.
Hi, Cohort 2, congratulations. You made it. You graduated of Tarzana Treatment Center College, and you're one of the few that can be proud enough to say that. Congrats.
Hi, Cohort 2, we are all so proud of you and these amazing accomplishments. Just know that all of your friends here at TTC College are definitely proud of you.
Cohort 2, congratulations, you did it. I want to tell you that I am so proud, I feel privileged and honored to be your instructor, and you guys made it to the finish line, so congratulations.
Congratulations, Cohort 2, on your graduation. You survived, you persevered, you prevailed. You earned this, you deserve this. Now go out and make a difference.
Congratulations, Cohort 2. Just wanted to say how proud of you we all are. We know that you're going to make great conference.
cohort two, the one piece of advice I'm going to leave you with is a quote that I truly believe in, and it goes, "Where people's fear is not that we're inadequate, where people's fear is that we're powerful beyond measure." My piece of advice for you all is to remember how amazing you are and how powerful you are, and that your voice should be heard.
Be the change that you want to see in the world.
What is advice I would give to you guys would be to stay true to your roots and remember why you wanted to be an FCB counselor.
Cohort 2, if there's any piece of advice I could give to you, it would be to take a step back and really enjoy this moment for what it is. Every single step you're taking is a step in the right direction to your overall goals, and this is just a piece of that, so be proud of yourself now and go to your journey together.
Word of advice is just to stay connected with each other, network, and expand their horizons. Go out and change lives. That works.
Don't give up on your dreams.
I can give you guys one piece of advice. It would be don't let anybody tell you the sky's the limit when they're focused on them.
Wow, that is so wonderful. Thank you so much to the TTCC staff for putting this wonderful video together for us today. And may I add, the quality of that film was absolutely phenomenal. So I would just like to give a round of applause for Tyler Smith. All right. And so nextly, I would like to introduce Dr. Salazar, the college's Chief of Operations Officer. Dr. Salazar has immense experience in the field of SUD, HIV, and mental health during his time as a counselor, health educator, researcher, organizer, and administrator. So his vast experience makes Dr. Salazar crucial in the college's past and future developments. And as we all know, TTCC is a brand new program to Tarzana Treatment Centers. So this is why we're so fortunate to have Dr. Salazar with us and just give us vital feedback along the way. So without further ado, I would love to welcome Dr. Jose Salazar to the stage.
Cohort 2, congratulations. I'm so proud to be here with you this evening and sharing in this moment. On behalf of Albert Sanella, our president and CEO, and of course the TTC Board of Directors, congratulations on such an amazing accomplishment. Last time that I was here was about a month ago to share a few words with Cohort 1. And I recall at that time I was telling them how I felt that they were pioneers in this crazy endeavor to launch this TTC college. And I think trailblazers and pioneers also applies to you guys, even though you're cohort 2. There's not a big difference, between them going first and you going. But I don't think the fact that you're the second cohort diminishes your importance, because I truly believe that along with cohort 1, you're part of that group that has allowed us to understand and better learn, how to do this thing, how to do this wild dream of launching a college. I mean, that's a really tall order. And you, with your graduation today, are indicating that we're moving in the right direction, that we're doing something correctly. And your feedback, your experience, the amount of communication that you gave with our faculty and other administrators, all of that is only going to further strengthen our college. So I think for that reason alone, you should feel pretty proud of this amazing achievement that we are recognizing this evening. I truly believe that 10 years from now, we will have graduated over 7,000 students. And you're going to be able to look back. Perhaps you might even look back at this video that Tyler is putting together for us this evening. You're going to be able to look back and say, guess what? I was at the front end of that thing. I was one of the first graduates from that institution. Since the last time that we also gathered to celebrate such an incredible achievement, we experienced a terrible loss in one of our faculty and TTC family with the passing of Walter Santiso. Walter was an incredible faculty member who gave 150%. What I mean by that is that Walter refused to be sidelined, even despite the fact that he had a pretty debilitating chronic condition. He refused to stop coming to work. He refused to stop teaching for this institution. Unfortunately, he passed away just days away from the start of his next cohort assignment class. A TTC member since 1995, Walter worked most of his adult life in the service of our community, always making sure that no new HIV infections occurred and that anyone with an alcohol or drug use problem quickly accessed their needed treatment. He was a tireless advocate for patients, and while today we mourn his loss, we are strengthened by his example. And we dedicate this graduation to him as we enter the professional workforce with our own SUD certification. In early 2019, Albert and I discussed the possibility of opening a school. By the end of the first quarter of that same year, I was sending out a scope of work and an outline that included hiring a consultant to help us draft a project charter to open the school. It went to Mabuba Rahman, who you guys might know, he's our TTC training supervisor, Lorraine Ragosta, one of your instructors, and a very young man named Dr. James Golden. Anyways, little did he know that by providing feedback, meaning Dr. Golden, on that document, that he was essentially going to be drafted into this new adventure. To go from 2019 of having an idea for a school to tonight, graduating our second cohort of this group of amazing and beautiful students is simply incredible. Thank you, Dr. Golden. Thank you, Haben. Thank you, Jorge. Thank you, Susan. And thanks to all the other TTC College staff and instructors. All of this, and particularly today, would not have been possible without you. In closing, I want to wish you much success in your future professional endeavors. TTC, this college, and I believe in you. And whether you decide to implement your SUD certification with us, which is my greatest hope that you would decide to do it with us, or with another agency in the state of California, I'm confident that those suffering from the grips of alcoholism and or drug addiction will be the better for it. So congratulations, Cohort 2, and may God continue to bless you and bless your families. Good job.
Thank you so much, Dr. Salazar, for those wonderful words. And on that note, I would love to take a moment and introduce our next speaker for us this evening, Dr. James B. Golden, the college's Chief Academic Officer. And I know many of you have become well acquainted with Dr. Golden over the past 6 months, whether it's through collaborations with PDD projects or if it's through needing counseling or advice in your classes. So as a learning and development specialist with so many endless great qualities, Dr. Golden selflessly devotes endless time and energy to support TTCC students and staff. So it is my honor to welcome Dr. James B. Golden for his remarks.
Hi, Cohort 2. How you doing? Today, I really want to dedicate this moment to Walter Santizo, who was the one of the people that when we first started to put the curriculum for this school together, he was like the first name that we thought about because he wasn't just a really good supervisor, he also like lived and breathed SUD. And he knew about everything from the late 80s and early 90s to the transitions that happened in the early 2000s. He understood billing and how to bill, how to maximize billing, but he never ever stopped caring about patients. And he was so patient centered. And at our school, he was student centered. And as a matter of fact, we got into many arguments about you guys. And he wanted to make sure that when you guys walked into your new roles as case managers and counselors and intake staff, that you guys were the very best representation. So as long as I'm here and as long as we have TTC College, we'll always have Walter. Last year, drug overdose deaths increased exponentially in Los Angeles County. It was likely due to some of the additional effects of COVID-19, which is part of the reason why, unfortunately, we couldn't have our family and friends here today. But it's so good to see our graduates here. We wanted to make sure we gave you a moment to reflect on what this year has been in this academic program. And though there has been a stripping away of our community's ability to go to work, well, not us, because we always came to work during COVID, but a lot of us couldn't go to church or to school, and we couldn't see our loved ones for birthday celebrations. And I think like as we move forward, I want you to think about our city and our county. Los Angeles really needs hope today. Hope that there is a way to combat substance use, whether it's the depressed widow who drinks to cut off the pain of losing their partner, or the teenager who started taking oxys to subvert the feelings of boredom and not going to school. Many Angelinos are dying from loneliness. Last year, they used alone in their living rooms and backyards while in isolation. Using substances alone is a major reason that overdose deaths became major deaths in our community. That while we buried an astronomical amount of people in LA from COVID 19, we buried just as many from overdoses. Angelinos are also fighting a new issue in the continued rise of fentanyl laced street drugs, where 1/3 of overdose drug deaths in our community were from fentanyl. The potent substance has claimed the lives of many youth, people living with homelessness, and Black and brown bodies. In fact, 41% of the overdose deaths of people experiencing homelessness last year were tied to fentanyl. And today, we graduate a group of incredible change agents in Los Angeles County. Change agents that worked tirelessly to learn methods to assess, treat, and support people with substance use experiences. I think back to the very first student symposium that we had, which I had the pleasure of teaching, and luckily you guys didn't, go in on me too bad. And I think about the experience of talking about historical barriers for Black and Brown Americans in reference to the war on drugs and subsequent laws which devastated our communities. Remember the images that I put up of crack mothers, crack babies, crackheads, and how this became ingrained into the minds of the American society, to the fact that people started to believe that crack was directly linked to being a person of color. Today, we know that those images were of mothers, people, and children who were suffering through a chronic illness. And that's what makes your positions as SUD counselors so important. We need people in healthcare that understand the missteps in our country, the missteps that have been made in addressing substance use. We need people who will look at each patient that comes through your door to make sure that they have food to eat, that their diabetes is being treated, and that their souls are continuously lifted. As we look up and into the new phase of your professional journeys. It's important that we remember the theme of our graduation, head to the sky. And I ask you to keep your heads to the sky. Earth, Wind, and Fire wrote about it, and they said, gave me the will to be free, purpose to live is reality. Found myself never alone, changes come to make me strong. The Sounds of Blackness said it even better. You can win as long as you keep your head to the sky. And Tupac Shakur wrote it even better, saying, and now my son's getting older and older and cold from having the world on his shoulders. While the rich kids is driving Benz, I'm still trying to hold on to surviving friends. And it's crazy, it seems it'll never let up. But please, you got to keep your head up. And so as you go into these counseling rooms, hopefully at Tarzana treatment centers, into these group rooms all over LA, into hospital emergency rooms, into classrooms, hopefully one day at Tarzana Treatment Centers College, in any place where you will inspire and heal people, I want you to remember to keep your head to the sky, to keep your head up, because it's only when we're looking up that we can see that God is watching us. And that when we turn into nights, that day eventually will come. And that rainbows exist to remind us that our skies will clear. I am so proud of every single one of you. I'm proud of the handful of people who could not make it, because you guys know Cohort 2 has gone through, some of our students at home have gone through the unimaginable, losing partners, having children who are severely ill. And just know that their spirits are here today. Know that Habin's spirit is here today. She really loves you guys. She has gone above and beyond to make sure that your journeys here were successful. And so the only thing that you guys can do is to keep in touch, join our advisory committee, join our alumni committee, go out in this community and bring people into TTC College. Show them the value through your work, and you will give us all that we've ever needed from you. God bless you all on your journeys, and we are so excited to see what's to come for you. Thank you for sharing your time and your lives with our school, and it helped us to keep our heads to the sky. So thank you, and congratulations, Cohort 2.
All right, how to go after that? Am I right? All right, so you've heard a lot from the TTC, the college staff and representatives, and now we want to hear from you. Next, I would love to bring up a video of student testimonials so you could hear from each other and just bring this event to faculty and students alike.
Hi, my name is Christine Pope. To pursue my career as an STD counselor.
Hi, my name is Brenna. Thank you, Tarzana Treatment College, for putting purpose back into my life and allowing me this opportunity to become a counselor. Thank you.
I just want to thank Tarzana Treatment Centers College for this opportunity. It allowed me to gain more insight into substance abuse and performance months, and I'm going to use that educational, those tools that I learned there, and take it further into my career path.
Hi, I have joined the TTC College SUV program about 2 months ago back in March, and I would like to share my experience with the program. As far as the faculty and staff, they are very kind, courteous, and helpful. They also understand that you have a full-time job that you have to attend to, so they're very accommodating. Whenever you require assistance, you email them, call them, whatever communications you can provide, they're quick to respond. They're quick to also give you all the resources that you need and provide sure that you are able, to do the course and able to complete. They motivate you in every way, even when there are times that it's hard. They tell you, you're there, you got it. They never forget to say, good job, keep up the good work, and they're very optimistic with everything that you have to go through because they know that it could be hard trying to do school and full-time job. And I'm very grateful for all the assistance and the help that given me to be able to be successful in this program. And I thank you for that. I am blessed that the faculty and staff are there to help you. I am blessed myself that I'm able to finish this course with their assistance. Thank you.
Michael Jackson once said, if you want to make the world a better place, look yourself and make that change. I did so by joining the TTC college. This experience has been phenomenal to say the least. I thought I was just going in, just to get certified as a counselor, learn skills, etc., but I learned much more than that. I learned a lot about myself as a person and professional, and I want to thank the program for allowing me the opportunity to really examine myself and shed light on my future. It's been a wonderful experience getting to know my fellow colleagues from all across the different locations and programs. And I felt great solidarity as we managed to balance both work, life, and school all at the same time. Thank you to all the staff for all their support and hard work and dedication, especially Jorge, who's been like the most supportive instructor I've ever had. And especially everybody.
My name is Nathan Sampson. I just want to thank you to TTC College for giving me this opportunity to learn. I've learned so much in this past 6 months about this field of work and about myself. And I hope that this helps me become the best counselor.
Thank you all for sharing, and we are so honored, like we've been saying, we are so honored to have you here with us as we make history for Tarzana Treatment Centers. You're within our first year of graduates, and like Dr. Salazar so eloquently stated, just because there was a month difference between you and Cohort 1, that makes no difference. You are making history for us. So thank you so much for all of your time, your dedication, and your patience as we grow as a team, as a school, and as an organization as a whole. So now I would love to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Brown. I would love to give him a quick introduction. And so basically, we are honored to have Dr. Brown here today as our keynote speaker. Dr. Brown has worked in the mental health field for over a decade, where he serves Los Angeles and the greater San Fernando Valley area as a program coordinator. He earned his doctorate degree in psychology with an emphasis in organizational management and consulting. He also earned his bachelor's in Pan-African Studies. And as a CSUN alumni, go Matadors, Dr. Brown sits on the board of the USU as the alumni representative and is the president of the Black Alumni Association. So let's give Dr. Brown a round of applause.
Everybody do that with me. Right? Like, think about it, right? You guys are done. It's over, right? Like, right? Let's just do it one more time. All our faculty, let's just do it because now it's over, right? Right? Let's just let it go. Let's just let it out. This is a celebration for all of us. A huge honor for me to be here today. First, I want to start by saying good afternoon. First, thank you for the introduction. We met earlier, and I told her I believe that I'm in good hands like Allstate. Okay? When I was asked to speak here today, I asked of only one thing first, right? Don't have me go right after Dr. Golden. I said, please don't have me go after him. I've known Dr. James Golden for some time now, and the man is powerful. The man is powerful, right? And so, yeah,
That was my biggest thing. Just don't have me go after Dr. Golden. He writes books, he does poetry, and he knows this thing off the top. I just don't want to go after him. So let me start. Good afternoon to students, those out there in our Zoom world. It's crazy because of technology. I love what we're able to do. We're able to broadcast this, save this, and show it to other people. To our admin and to you guys and your families. It's an honor to be here with you today. So when asked to deliver today's speech, I was honored, not like a little bit, but like a lot, right? Because of what this means. So let me explain why. Because I wholeheartedly believe in what you all are doing and what you all plan to do, what you learn to do, right? Let's really look at what's going on right now. Dr. Godin gave us some great statistics in what's going on in our world today. We see from the change in our climate, right? Socially, whether it's on a micro level and a macro level, right? Addiction has increased since the start of this pandemic, and lives have been lost. So this work is extremely important. I ask you just for a quick second to give a moment of silence for that person who's struggling in the street, for that person who's lost their life due to this pandemic, right? To our fallen staff member as well. Thank you. But first, as I continue, I also believe in giving flowers to people when they're around to receive it, right? Because we've learned that in today's time and age, it's, we learn to value life that much more. I'd like to first acknowledge Dr. James Hill for all that he's done in building this program. I have a saying that not all heroes were heroes. Right? Dr. Godin, you are truly a hero, a man of faith, and a man of vision. Know it or not, you've helped create something that will not only outlive us, but will continue to change lives. Next, I'd like to acknowledge Jorge. I know that I heard a lot about what you're doing, and I met him, and you can see the passion that he exudes in this program and his heart for this program and what you guys do. Your heart and dedication in teaching also deserves acknowledgement, especially during a pandemic. You, sir, are also a hero, and I thank you for all that you do and all that you've given to this program as well. Now, allow me to address the cohort number 2. Right? That's all you guys here today and those who couldn't attend and who are watching. A cohort that has endured long study hours, sleepless nights, especially for some of those who knocked out a paper the night before it was due. I see you. I stand with you in solidarity. I want to take time to recognize you all during this time of celebration and impose upon you the severity of what's happening in your role in helping save lives. Right? We heard numbers, right? And I pay attention to numbers. And I want you guys to know that you guys are part of that call to action. So yes, you all are heroes too. As she stated earlier, my name is Dr. Carol Brown, and I'm honored to be here with you today, cohort number 2. Today is a special day for me as well, sitting here to be in front of you guys as you guys are sitting in these chairs today. However, allow me to be a little bit more transparent about myself, and of course, if you don't mind, right? Today, I asked if I could bring my father here with me, who's sitting off to the side. The man who raised me as a single parent in Southern California, South Central LA, a single father, raising 2 young men in LA, keeping us out of gangs, drugs, away from drugs and everything like that. He is here joining me to celebrate with you all on today, his 70th birthday. So as you can imagine, today is pretty special for him and I today too, right? We decided what better way to celebrate his life than to come here and to be here with you guys. When I was asked to speak to today's celebration, I knew it would be a huge honor for him to come with me and to be here to celebrate with you all. Believe it or not, my father was once a recovering addict as well.
And I say that because he himself has no problem in testifying to overcoming the obstacle of addiction. In fact, my father is over 40 years clean. So I thought to myself, what better way to emphasize the importance of the work that you all will be doing than to bring the man who will help raise me and bring me to become the person that I am today. In retrospect, thanks to you all, right? And the people and the other counselors like you, because of you and the care and the kindness and empathy you've shown people who are like my father, helping them become their better selves, he was able to help change his life and instill in me some of those same qualities and values that became the foundation which helped mold and shape me to become the man I am here today. So I thank you all for the work that you're going to do. I have a saying from a famous quote, famous quote, Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Look at a man or woman the way that they are, they only become worse. But look at them as if they were what they could be, then they become what they should be. So that defines what you will be, what you are called to do. Look at people not from the lens of judgment as some of the world will do, but from a lens of hope, positivity, resiliency, a lens that allows them to no longer hold themselves to the shame that is associated from the trauma of addiction. I'm huge in mental health, right? I like to focus on that. And we see that there's a lot of shame that comes from this, from addiction. And we see that from the numbering, the staggering statistics. This 2-year pandemic that has happened to all of us, whether it's been primary, whether you've been impacted primarily or secondary, we've seen a drastic increase in mental health issues, domestic violence, and drug addictions. So to me, ultimately, there was a call to action. Mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, family members alike, friends have all been impacted in some way by this pandemic. And it has truly shown us a huge need that you all have chosen to answer the call. So as you celebrate and you receive your certification and your award and you go home today, remember that you did it, right? You're like, you did it. That's it, right? You're now receiving your cake to those continues to save lives. And you have all answered the call. So I like to close by saying congrats, Cohort number 2. Continue to blaze the trail, change the lives of those around you, walk in your purpose, and continue to keep your head to the sky. Thank you.
Wow, Dr. Brown, thank you so much. Wow, can we give him another round of applause, everyone? And let's give a happy birthday to Dr. Brown's father. So next I would like to bring to the stage a very special person. This person is the student speaker for Cohort 2. It is my pleasure to announce and welcome to the stage Nathan Sampson.
Okay. Good evening, fellow cohorts, co-workers, and friends. I would like to start by thanking everyone in this room for letting me be a part of something so great. I would also like to thank my family, my sponsor, and my higher power for supporting me in all that I do. Without them, I would not be here today. Jorge, Haben, Dr. Golden, Catherine, and Noor, thank you for always being so supportive and offering your positive reinforcement. Thank you to my classmates for sharing your knowledge and your stories. And a big thank you to my coworkers and friends, Mike, Rich, and Alex. Thank you for always supporting and showing and giving me the encouragement when I had doubts. And thank you to TTC College for giving me this opportunity to build it. My educational journey began into becoming an SUD counselor started years ago when I came into treatment with TTC. Now, as an alumnus of the TTC program, I reflect on the impact it had on me. It is there and then that I decided I wanted to help those in need, just as I was helped, and to give back. My biggest inspiration for following this path was working with my counselor, George Hester, and my supervisor, Julie Ruggs. I was able to build on my personal experiences by watching and listening to my counselor and supervisor work with other patients. It motivated me to become a counselor. This past 6 months have taught me so much. For instance, I've learned there are many layers to creating a successful, that create a successful SUD counselor. I learned that treatment is not a one-size-fits-all, because each patient is a unique individual. Instead, we as counselors must tailor their treatment plans according to their needs. Most importantly, I learned that self-care is essential. If we as counselors cannot care for our own physical, mental, and emotional health, then we will not be as productive. Cohort 2 has many great highlights. What I appreciate the most were the leaders and guest speakers of our symposiums. They brought and shared a wealth of knowledge to our class. Completing my practicum is another valuable experience. Working with the different counselors, completing treatment plans, discharge plans, showed me the mechanics of being a counselor. The knowledge that my preceptor, Dr. Mike DeGosta, shared with me during our bi-weekly meetings gave me a better understanding of what patients go through in the early stages of their treatment. The VR case study was not my favorite part of the course. Like this. But was a great tool to hone my listening skills and help me pay attention to the small details. And the discussion forums were a great way to step outside of my own train of thought and see things from other points of view. The thoughts, opinions, and some personal stories of my fellow students helped broaden my views on certain subjects. Let it be known that from here on forward, I plan to continue my education. I will put to good use everything I have learned during this cohort, and will continue to learn so I can be the most effective counselor I can possibly be. Again, thank you TTC College for giving me this amazing opportunity. Congratulations, Cohort 2 we made.
Wow, I remember doing Nathan's student interview and helping him get registered, and now I just watched you give your speech as a student speaker at your graduation. That is so fulfilling for all of us as TTC College staff members. And just thank you so much for being so patient and for working so hard. So now I would love to introduce, one may call him the man of the hour himself. I would just like to talk about Jorge Silva for a moment. Jorge Silva. I would have to say, over the course of my time working at Tarzana Treatment Centers, and specifically the college, I call Jorge my friend. Oh wow, I was gonna make fun of you for crying, but I might cry. I was there for your interview for the full-time faculty position, and I was like, wow, this guy is really good. Like, he's really cool, man. And then I see you with the students. I come by your office, and you're like, Catherine, the students, I need to make sure I take care of this, and that, and I need to call Lisbeth, I need to call and email Brenna, and then Max, and I want to make sure everyone's taken care of. And I'm like, did you have lunch? And he's like, no, I want to make sure the students are taken care of first, and I want to make sure their hours are okay and the practicum. So I just have to say, from someone who is an observer of Jorge over the past 6 months, you all were his world. He cares about each and every one of you so much. And I know people just throw that out there and they say that, but honestly, Jorge's passion for the field of SUD and mental health and his love and appreciation of education and his heart and sympathy and genuinity is something you do not find in people every day. And it is so special that we've had the opportunity to work and collaborate with such an amazing human being. So I just, I would like to just say thank you to Jorge for teaching me things about myself I didn't even realize about education and about the world of SUD. And I would just like to thank you for everything that you have done for this college. And I'm so, so thankful to call you a friend. So come on up here, and it's time for you to get emotional.
Oh my God, Catherine. Okay, so my name is Jorge. I am the full-time faculty instructor here at Savannah Treatment Centers College. I had the honor and privilege of teaching Cohort 2 full-time. And I want to congratulate all of you to make it into the finish line. I remember I kept telling you guys, hey, the finish line is here, it's almost here. Everyone and I at TTC, excuse me, college is proud of you and happy for your great accomplishment. Thank you for allowing me to be your instructor from beginning to end these past 6 months. So a month ago, when Cohort 1 was graduating, I got a preview of what I was going to feel today seeing Cohort 2, my cohort, graduate. I felt overwhelmed with joy, and I thought I was going to start crying, like a parent feeling proud of their graduating child. Today I'm in the clouds right now. I'm overwhelmed with joy, pride, and happiness for each of you and your accomplishment. We're celebrating tonight. As a first-year college teacher, I always ask myself, am I being too rough or too lenient, too strict or too nice? With grading student assignments, I would always ask Dr. Golden and Hobbin, I'm like, what can I do to improve like participation, attendance, and all that? And education is trial and error. And it's mistakes. You do mistakes, you learn from those mistakes, and you have to do whatever works best for the students. As an educator, you're not only teaching your students, but I have learned so much from each and every one of you. Education is not a cookie cutter idea. It takes adjustment, flexibility to accommodate the needs of every unique student. As you can see, the students come from various backgrounds, personal, professional experiences. Some of you are first generation college students, and others come from a legacy of graduating colleges, family legacy. All our graduates today are united in one purpose: to become substance use disorder counselors and to help individuals identified with substance use disorders. So it takes a very special person with unique gifts to become a substance use disorder counselor. Anyone to pursue a career or anyone in the helping careers like ours. Putting aside potential barriers to substance use disorder treatment, such as economic resources, government policy, you have added an aspect of humanity to this field, just by wanting to work as a substance use counselor. I got to do what Dr. Brown told us right now. I'm just so excited, that. Okay, so our students are our community who have experienced substance use disorder through family, friends, or even themselves. When meeting with students throughout these 6 months, interacting in the discussion questions, grading their weekly assignments, I learned everything from resilience, perseverance, and determination. Each of you have worked very hard to the finish line, which is today graduation. Remember that learning is a lifelong process, and in this field, it is necessary to give the best treatment services to our clients. Like education, substance use disorder treatment is not a cookie cutter stencil. It is constant adjustment, planning, and consulting with your colleagues about each individual client. What works with one client may not or may work for the other client. You will learn about patience, perseverance, and resilience, not only from your clients, but your own self. You will learn that taking care of yourself is the most important aspect of your job because it will keep your sanity and will be as a priority. Again, Dr. Brown. One thing to remember, this educational experience is yours only. No one can take it away. You have planted a seed of change within yourselves, your family, and friends and community. As sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, cousins and friends, you are on your way to make incredible experiences and enrichment that will amaze everyone around you. Finally, thank you again for allowing me to be your instructor. You did it. The finish line is here, not just a thought that seemed so far away 6 months ago. Move forward to changing lives, Cohort 2. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Jorge, and thank you for everything that you've done for your cohort. And now that we've heard from a variety of college staff and Jorge himself and Nathan, I would love to continue this progress by having more students talk about their experience at TTC College. So I would love to welcome to the stage our salutatorian, Christine Poe.
I'm so nervous right now. So here we go. Good evening, fellow classmates of Cohort 2, faculty and staff of Tarzana Treatment Centers. First, I would like to take a minute and give thanks to the many that have been instrumental in my life and success through this process. I want to thank God for being my strength. I want to thank my parents, my 3 children, my brother and his wife for believing in me, for always being there for me and encouraging me through and through. They are my rocks. I would like to thank my sponsor, Angeline. Oh, can you guys not hear me? Here we go. Here we go. For being there for me every step of the way. I want to thank my supervisor and all the staff at the AV Adult Residential unit. I want to thank my coworkers. You really get to know someone when you work with them for 12 hours. And I have made lifelong friendships with the people I work with at Tarzana Treatment Center. I want to thank Jorge, my instructor, for teaching me what I need to be a counselor, Dr. Golden for his insight and wisdom, and all the other staff at Tarzana Treatment Center. There are so many that have dedicated their time and put their knowledge into this new program. I want to thank my classmates and give a big shout out to us. I feel like we kind of were cheated out of a true cohort college experience due to the tragic pandemic. However, I want to mention the silver lining because I always like to look at the positive in life. And we not only survived this awful pandemic, but we thrived through it. We completed the necessary education to further our careers while being essential employees and homeschooling our kids last year. What an amazing accomplishment. I want to thank Albert as well for this opportunity. We are going to be the staples of this program in school for as long as it goes on. I personally have quite the checkered past, and I went through Tarzana Treatment Center's intensive outpatient 6-month program in 2016. I have been sober since then and am transforming my life into something myself and my children can be proud of. Tarzana Treatment Center is part of my foundation, so working here is truly an honor and something special. When I heard they were opening a college and I could attend for free, I jumped on this opportunity. I am a survivor of domestic violence and am in recovery for substance and alcoholism. substance abuse and alcoholism. I have seen and lived in some dark, hard places, and I have a huge passion for this population. I have stayed in treatment facilities, so I truly know what it's like and am filled with empathy. I know that I can offer a certain type of hope to these patients, and I have a passion to be an SED counselor. Who knows where I'll go from here? I feel like the sky is the limit. Going to school, after all these trials and tribulations that I've been faced, is truly such a big deal. I am so grateful to Tarzana Treatment Centers for this opportunity. I am gaining self-confidence, self-esteem, and self-worth through this process, and it feels amazing. I am so excited to see what these next chapters of my life look like. I'm so proud of myself and all my classmates in Cohort 2. We did it. Congratulations.
That was beautiful, Christine. Thank you so much. You did a great job. All right. So something that I really appreciate about our first group of cohorts is that they're on the smaller side. This allows us to get to know each other on this intimate level. And like Christine mentioned, getting to know your coworkers and gaining lifelong friends. So here we have a handful of you here to physically be with us, and we are so grateful for that. And because of that, that means we could have more speakers. So I would love to welcome our valedictorian for Cohort 2, Sabah.
Can you hear me? Okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Cohort 2 graduation ceremony. Before I begin, I want to thank all the staff, my family, friends, and fellow cohort members for all their support and dedication. It is an honor to be here this evening to speak to you all. We are all blessed to be here, and we are thankful to have our loved ones join us via YouTube and Zoom. We are so fortunate that Tarzana Treatment Centers has provided its employees with TTC College as a means of professional development, networking, and accreditation. Although the college is still quite new, it has vastly grown and already produced outstanding substance abuse counselors. It is also fantastic how it accommodates one's work schedule, and the staff is amazing and compassionate. It has been so wonderful to meet so many employees from various departments, locations, and backgrounds. For me personally, TTC College has really shed light on myself and given me the chance to properly think about my career path. It has certainly been a challenge returning to being a student. The classes were super informative, even if the readings were quite dense, it took time to go through. Now more than ever, I value time management. It was challenging to establish a schedule to get assignments completed on top of handling work and personal life. It was always lovely to interact with my fellow peers on the forums and virtual symposiums, learning about their own experiences and perspectives. The VR simulations were truly mesmerizing and awesome tools to further my knowledge. In addition, the capstone project, which serves as a thesis project for the program, allowed me the chance to implement what I learned. I chose to do mine on the impact of COVID-19 on substance disorders and substance use disorder treatment. Now, during these stressful times, the need for substance abuse counselors has vastly escalated. TTC College has truly laid the foundation for my career, and I encourage anyone interested in substance abuse treatment to apply for the program if they can. To my fellow cohort students, it was challenging to say the least to balance work, school, and personal lives, but with each other's support and help, it certainly made these past few 6 months much easier. We did it, everyone. Congratulations. Congratulations to everyone for graduating, and best of luck on your future endeavors. You are all destined for greatness, no matter what the future holds for you. Thank you all so much, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you so much, Sabah. It's really an honor. All right, so let's keep it moving. This event is all about you, the students. So I am honored to bring Dr. James B. Golden to the stage to get student awards started and moving.
Okay, well, with Cohort 1, we started this tradition of giving awards to cohort members who were outstanding in different areas. And I know that you've heard our staff, our incredible staff, who I want to take a moment to say thank you for the work that you guys do, including Noor, who wanted to be here, but she couldn't because she has a new job and she's working really, really hard being an optometrist. But we wanted to give you guys some awards for specific reasons, things that you guys did throughout your time in our cohorts. And I have the privilege this time to present the Albert Sinella Award, which is really exciting because last time Dr. Salazar got to do it, and I feel like I can't ever introduce Albert the same way. So I think one of the things I wanted to share with you about the leadership that we have at TTC College is that there's a lot that goes into making sure that this college runs. And so you guys get to see our staff in the school at Woodland Hills every day, but a lot of times you don't get to see our chief operating officer and our CEO. And they are constantly, Dr. Salazar, Albert, are constantly fighting for you guys, specifically for TTC College. We had Albert, the way that he allowed us the opportunity not only to open the doors to this school, but he fully funded all of your educations. He made sure that we had the absolute best equipment. So, we didn't get the TCL TV. We got like the really, really nice one that I can't even afford. But, I think that there's something about leadership and about commitment. And a lot of us don't get to see the conversations with the state, or we don't get to be a part of the process of having to write grants to pay for Moodle, or to give you guys the opportunity to have a faculty like Jorge. You have a leader, a CEO who really believes in the work that we're doing. And this is a legacy for him. And so this award is a leadership award. And thank you, Dr. Salazar, for your leadership and for the full support that you've given us, because we wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. And to Albert at home and all of our board, we thank you. The leadership award this year for Cohort 2 goes to somebody who, without a doubt, has had to traverse many obstacles throughout this program. Meaning, this is somebody who has worked multiple jobs. This is somebody who has showed up at all of the events, all of the discussion forums, camera on, even if there was a lot going on in the background, and always made it a priority to show and extend leadership to you guys and to push you guys through some of those hard classes and hard moments. And somebody who wasn't scared to challenge us and to say, we need a little bit better in this area. So I am very, very, very proud to give this leadership award to Luz Vaminda, otherwise known as Minda. Thank you for your excellence. So we want to give you an opportunity to come up and to give some remarks to the cohort. But congratulations, Minda.
Yeah. I'll just make it live. I have a built-in speaker on me, so I wasn't ready. But at TTC, you always gotta be ready. So that's one thing I learned in the past 17 years working with the company. You gotta be ready with everything they throw at you. Whether you learn it, you figure it out, or you find ways how to get the results. I'm actually surprised. I had to ask a day off just to be here. I'm actually having recorded in the Bible study at the moment in the next 20 minutes. So I don't even need to break, but I do a lot of coordination. I'm grateful for the faculty staff, even though I know we're cohort 2, I feel like we're cohort 1. The number doesn't, matter. We've done the same struggles as cohort 1 did. We probably did get a better, because they're trying to figure it out where, oh yeah, let's not do that to the cohort 2, right? Don't you agree? As you can see, I'm not shy to speak, so I'm often with the crowd, but I am very grateful for the TTC college because it's come a long way for Predominant Treatment Center to offer us this. Not only, obviously, we know it's free for us because we didn't have to pay for it, but it is not free. Predominant Treatment Center did, like everyone says, like given in Albertson, spend whatever we need to make it happen for us to be here. And not only for us to be here, to have a job, but a future job. And that's what Volunteer Center College offered, was we're not stuck at one place, we have more options. And that's what they did. That's what at least for me personally, that's what the Volunteer Center did. So, I know I've been here, I'm pretty sure that's not going to be long enough, but for the past 17 years, I started as an MA extern. So I was a student to start off. 6 years later, I became a full-time. And it had taught me a lot, not only the medical settings, but substance use disorder was the one that I was always like, nah, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to try that. I'm not even going to step into the building, where we take care of a lot of that, etc. But no, it made a difference. And it helped me to understand more of what really Predominant Treatment Center is, not just medical settings. So I'm grateful to all the staff, especially over here, with the countless tutoring that I had to go through. It was a struggle. Everybody had a challenge. I feel you guys. I know you guys know me. It's been tough, but the last 2 weeks I almost wanted to give up, and they said, "No, you're almost there. We're almost there, and we're here." So good job, guys. Keep up the good work. There is, good future out there at Volunteer Treatment Center. And if you guys know anybody, I would suggest, hey, refer them to this program. I'll always say, hey, call Ben, call Jorge, call. I know Catherine doesn't work for the TTC no more, but she still works for the Volunteer Treatment Center. So I still use her and utilize her. Said, hey, just contact them, because there is a lot of other, not only co-workers, but friends and families if they're convenient to the public. I am grateful for this, really for going up there. But first I was to ask you, how did you do it? With being a student, multiple jobs, coordination with, church here and there. I didn't do it. I'm a religious person. I have a very spiritual, close spiritual relationship with the Lord. I am truly blessed. I thank God for everything. I am blessed. He had given me this opportunity. I am blessed to be at this job. I am blessed to have every single one of you guys, the staff and every student. The student helped me out. I said, hey, you guys feel the same hardship I do. And I would like to show you guys, I believe in power of prayer. So I prayed a lot throughout the 6 months, and they're all been answered. So I'm blessed, and you guys are all blessed. Thank you very much.
And I just got to take a moment to continue appreciating Minda, because now that I work over in TTC's data and evaluation team, whenever we need something involving coordination, I'm like, let's just call Minda. If I need something, I'm like, I know Minda will get back to me. So this leadership award is so fitting and you deserve it. So thank you for everything, Minja. All right. So I know we have a few more awards to hand out, so let's keep it moving.
The next award on the list is the Walter Santiso Award. And, you know, as much as I love introducing Albert's Award, this is probably the only one that I would accept and say, I'll trade you. I'll do the Walter Santiso. In any organization, you need different people that can play a different role. In our organization, we're very fortunate to have Albert as our CEO, president, and leader. But within the organization, you have to have other staff that bring something else to the equation. Otherwise, you're not going to be successful. And I think that the Walter Santiso Award exemplifies the part of the equation that refers to the person that has to be the advocate, the person that has to be passionate about the services, the person that has to say, but could we make this one-time exception for this person? Yes, I know that they're here 3 hours late, but could we still stay here and serve this person? The person that will give up their spot for someone else and say, it's okay, you go. I'll take care of this. You go do that because you need to do that. And I'll back you up. I'll do it for you. The person that sees their role in mentoring others, not for their benefit, but for the benefit that they know that person, the impact that that person is going to have in the community. All of those things, I think, are examples of the Walter Santiso Award, along with just the charismatic sort of ability to make everyone around them feel well. I've never had staff members from other institutions call me personally and say, where's Walter Santiso? We haven't seen him for 1 day. For 1 day. And we miss him. Why isn't he here? Well, the man's got to take a vacation day now and then, right? The man has a right to be out sick 1 day. But that's sort of what he would bring, you know, with just a 24-hour period, he would be missed. That link, that connection would be missed. His passion for the Dodgers, that was also missed at the various places that he worked. He was very passionate about that. And he was kind of like the mayor without being the mayor of the town. I've had multiple times when people would tell me, you know, I had the opportunity to ride public transportation with Walter. And it's like, as soon as we walked into that orange line, hey, Walter, come sit over here. Hey, Walter, how you been, Walter? You know, that's this person, that's this award. Ability to make everyone feel comfortable in all types of settings, immediately recognizable by his ability to create connection. So, in recognition of the Walter Santiso Award, and I don't see my list here. At this point in time, I would like to have Alex Chadiz come up to the microphone and say a few words.
Wow, we spoke about this man right now, Walter Santiso. Wow. And it's an honor to get this award. You know, it's kind of funny when speaking
about him. It's that's the kind of passion I have for people too. You know, he's it's kind of funny that my little sisters that play a game with me, right? Everywhere we go, family reunions, they they kind of count strangers that I talk to everywhere I go. You know, everywhere we go, it's kind of weird. You can be at Match Mountain, I'll see like 5 people that I know. It's like, you know, and it's kind of funny. You know, it's an honor to receive this award. Um, Thank you, TTC, for this opportunity. Um, you know, building up a foundation in my career. Thank you. Thank you.
So I just have to say something about Alex. There was one point where I had your phone number memorized. I just have to say your dedication towards your education and towards your career is so commendable, and it's been great getting to know you. You would call me and say, Catherine, I want to make sure I'm on top of this. I'm on top of this. And I'm like, I got you. And I'll call you tomorrow too to check in on you. So, and we got there and you're here today. So I am so proud of you. So let's keep the student awards going. So next we have Jorge, and he will be sharing the Nora Valco Award.
Okay, so the Nora Volko Award, this is, Nora D. Volko, MD, is Director of the National Institute on Drug Abuse, also known as NIDA, at the National Institutes of Health. As a research psychiatrist and scientist, as a research psychiatrist and scientist, Dr. Volko pioneered the use of brain imaging to investigate the toxic and addictive properties of abusable drugs. Her studies have documented changes in the dopamine system affecting, among others, the functions of frontal brain regions involved with motivation and self-regulation in addiction. A student who has demonstrated the spirit of Nora Volko as a student at Tarzana Treatment Centers College is Danny Torres, who unfortunately is not here today present, but Danny, this is your award. Congratulations. Yeah, Danny was one of those students that he found out that my office was here, so he would always call me, hey, could I go really quick and talk to you? You know, I would always ask him, so what are your plans? And he started his master's degree in clinical psychology, and he wants to combine it with his substance use disorder certificate. So I think he's gonna go far with this. So thank you.
All right, and Danny, in case you're watching, I just want to give out a couple of sweet words in your direction. Because Danny works here in Woodland Hills, he'd walk by and he'd see me in my little desk with the windows exposed. He'd be like, hey, Catherine's in there. And so, he'd come in and be like, hey, Catherine, help me with this with CCAP. Help me with that. What do you think is best? So I learned so much about CCAP because of Danny Torres. So my wisdom that I've been sharing with the team and the Student Services Department really extends to you, Danny Torres. So thank you for that. So now I would like to ask Susan Knoll, another full-time faculty, to come to the stage and distribute 2 more awards.
Hi, Cohort 2. So just real quick, I wanted to introduce myself because we haven't met yet, but I know you from no, and I'm honored to be in the room with you because Jorge, it is truly, he lives and breathes your cohort, and he just loves to share, and we always are making sure that you're supported. And as being new to the team, it's an honor to hear about your progress and your growth. So I just wanted to introduce myself to you, let you know who I am. So the award, the next award that I am going to present is the Alana Sanchez Crack Award. And this is to recognize perseverance and growth. Perseverance is one of the key ingredients to accomplishing anything worthwhile in life and professionally. As many of us know, growth is not always linear. There are usually ups and downs, and during those times, it is where perseverance is most useful. It encourages us to keep going. And Alana, who was and still is a tremendous help in the development of TTC College, has worked alongside Dr. Golden in creating this very program and has been a and is also serving on the college's advisory committee, assisting in its growth. We would like to present the Alana Sanchez Crack Award to a student who possesses the very same growth and perseverance to get through this program, and that is Brenna Molina.
I'm a little nervous about saying thank you, especially want to say thank you to all the faculty and everybody at TTC for giving me this opportunity. Without it, I wouldn't have chosen to go back to school or even try. I would have just stayed stuck where I was, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, Jorge, for all your extra time. I know I drove you crazy sometimes. Thank you, Christine, to my family. Thank you very much.
And our next award is the Barbara Sizemore Award. And Barbara Sizemore is a leader in not just the education system, who broke a glass ceiling of being the first African American woman to be superintendent for the Chicago school system and a top official of the District of Columbia's public schools. Barbara also fought for her community in the education system for underprivileged communities. Barbara Sizemore is an advocate for the people. And our student who we're identifying as an advocate for the people is Michael Basket. Yes, I'm looking at his chair and I'm like, so Michael. And it's for being an advocate of the people. It is the Barbara Sizemore Award. And if you'd like to say a few words, sorry, please.
I want to say thank you guys for this opportunity. Thank you to Nate and Alex, co-workers, friends, for always pushing me. And two of my supporters who aren't here, my girl, my daughter. She should be at work watching right now. Thank you, Claudia. I appreciate all the support you've given me. And thanks again.
Okay, so the moment we have all been waiting for is the presentation of our graduates of Cohort 2. So I would like to ask for Dr. Salazar, Dr. Golden, and Jorge to join me on stage as we announce 2. So our first graduate is Michael Baptist. Alex Chavez is next. And Max Frausto. And we have Sabah Hoda. Yay. And Brenna Molinak. Christine Poe. And next we do have Lisbeth Reyes Del Dios. Del Dios, sorry. And Luz Viminda Rosales. Nathan Sampson. And Crystal Villa. We also want to honor those students who could not be with us tonight physically. We hope you're out there virtually because we really miss you. And you're also super, super special to this ceremony. So I'm going to go ahead and read those students' names. We have Carla Cordero. Angela Demery. Alejandra Garcia. Jose Maldonado. Amanda Prosper. Ruben Gutierrez. Nadia Radola. Danny Torres. And Antonia Rocha. Congratulations. So I'm going to ask Catherine to come back up and join us.
Hi everyone, you should be so proud of yourselves right now. I'm feeling like a proud mama right now. I know I'm not technically a part of the student services department anymore, but I feel so proud of each and every one of you. And just because we have a little bit of time, I do want to acknowledge Brenna and I want to acknowledge Michael for their awards. I said something nice about everyone else, so I just want to really extend some nice words. Brenna, you attended my APA session. Both of them. I loved it, and you asked questions, you were engaged, and you are so deserving of this award. So I just want to thank you, and you're going to be amazing, and I'm so excited for you. And then Michael, you are such a team player. You came in bringing other students' documents because they were not located in Woodland Hills. You grabbed your friends and coworkers' student documents. You're like, here, Catherine, like they couldn't, I have the shift is different from theirs, so here's their stuff. I'm here, team player. And then that one time I saw you in Central, I'm like, wow, like that's Michael. So you're very deserving of your award as well. And I can't say enough how proud I am of each and every one of you. And I would love to just, before we wrap up, we have opportunities to maybe say a few words if you would like to. If you want to come up here, we are live right now. So if you want to say some nice words to friends and family, I know some of you already have, but if you want to use this opportunity, I welcome anyone to the stage.
I also want to let you guys know how Ben's on live stream and she's saying congratulations, Cohort 2, you did it.
Thanks for letting me come back up here. I do have some words. I was waiting for my moment to hijack the microphone. I want to thank my coworker Christine and Ruben, who helped me out a lot. I really want to thank my family, my mom, my boyfriend, who sat at home hours on end while I did nothing but homework and we never went anywhere. Thank you, Chris, for your support. I'm really proud. Tonight is special for me because today it is my NA birthday. I have 24 years It took me 24 years to get my certificate, so I did persevere. But it's also important for me because I get to show my children that it doesn't matter what age you are, you can continue on with your life and you can make changes and do something. And I appreciate that from TTC because it's done a lot for my self-esteem. I'm proud of who I am today, and it has taken me a long time to get here. Thank you.
All right. Anyone else would like to take the opportunity to come up here and say anything to loved ones who may be watching online? Oh, yes, come on up,
So I'm back. I actually had to prepare this because there's just so many people I want to thank, and I'm probably missing out on so many people. So I apologize if I skip out on you. I don't mean it. I'd like to thank the staff again for all their support and dedication. I would not be on the stage without them. Nora and Catherine, even if you're no longer with us, you have helped me so much from the very beginning. Valerie, Haveen, and Milan, I always appreciate your emails and all the behind the scenes work. Tyler, thank you for all the amazing tech support and helping me with the VR simulation, which I always messed up on. Jorge, I can't thank you enough for all your support, feedback, input, you name it. I was constantly calling you like all the time, and you never got annoyed and all that. So thank you for bearing with me. Latonya, thank you for being by my side for my practicum. She was my supervisor. I also want to thank my own supervisor, Natalie Contro, who actually encouraged me to join the college. Thanks to all my colleagues for their support, and thank you again to my fellow cohort members for their support, input, dedication. Always a pleasure to hear from you guys. And finally, many, many thanks to my own family who was by my side these past few months, dealing with all my stress, anxiety, etc. Mom, Dad, Bye. You guys are the best, and thank you.
Would anybody else like to piggyback and share kind words with loved ones? This is your opportunity. This is your graduation, your moment. I'll take about 5 seconds of silence as we're good. Well, if you change your mind, the floor will be yours. Just come on up. I would like to begin the closing remarks and just say thank you all for joining Tarzana Treatment Centers College in this monumental and historic event. This is year one. We did it, making history. And you're just going to be an inspiration to any other students, whether they are employees or otherwise, that Tarzana Treatment Centers does it all. So, I really encourage each and every one of you to just continue being an inspiration to future clients, current clients, family, friends. Like our many brilliant speakers said tonight, the pandemic has really had an increase in substance abuse. And the fact that we opened a college during the pandemic, I think we are meeting this need, and we will continue to fuel in eager students with this passion, with this drive. So you are the beginning, and you will potentially continue to train people who were in your position 6 months ago. So thank you all for the past 6 months and your unyielding patience. Congratulations, Cohort 2. Yes.
All right, you guys, this time we would like to, some space, some time for you guys to enjoy some goodies. But before you do that, please, you guys want to take a class picture against the wall. Thank you, Sonia. What? It's up to them. This is their picture.